Together we are but first coffee. Susie's just our host, but what matters most is we are a team. Together we are all safe here, and so are you. Among friends and mods we are safe. We talk about trauma, break down drama of life, death, happy or sad, even mad. We discuss it all here. Together we will thrive, not just survive. We will dry each other's tears, celebrate big or small wins, and chase away the fears. Together we fight cults or fight addictions. If not with experience, with love, and we don't judge. Please understand, this is a safe place to land. Please understand, you're not alone. This is a safe place to land. Together we thrive, not just survive. We will dry each other's tears, celebrate big or small wins, and chase away the fears. Because we are but first coffee, and Susie welcomes us all here. Together we are but first coffee, and Susie.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Sister Mary Boujee. Now, I don't want anybody to know, so don't say this out loud, but I'm not in my habit. You know, all that black. No, I came here and I was doing my laundry at Susie's, and then I talked her into letting me go on here, and she says, well, you don't have anything to wear. And so she found me this sweater that's got some black on it. And and then this hat, because I'm not supposed to show that I've got pink hair because that's against the rules at the nunnery. But I think it still kind of shows. So we're just not going to talk about it, and we're not going to tell Sister Mary Frances that I'm on here. It's like a secret. So anyway, but Merry Christmas and welcome to Vlogmas. What number did she say it was? 15. Oh, I just got it, y'all. Because this is the 15th. No wonder she's so good at knowing what number we're on. Or was it that she figured out what date we were on? I don't know. Anyway, she figured something out. Did y'all notice that I don't have my glasses on? Yeah. When Susie was going to go get her eyes fixed, I said, well, I want to go get my eyes fixed too. So they gave us a twofer. They did both of our eyes for the same price. That's what we're telling Mark anyway. Actually, he paid for mine. So, but don't tell him. We seem to have a lot of secrets on here tonight. Oh, well. How are y'all doing? Is everybody doing okay? Did you also realize that this is the first time I've ever been on here live? That's right. She tried and tried to get me to make a video, but we ran out of time. Because she was going to come on with me. She was going to do one with us both on here because she says we've never been on one before together. You never see one when the other one's there. Just one at a time. So, but anyway, she got so wrapped up in this little project that she's doing that she got late. And so she said, well, we don't have time to make a video now. You're just going to have to go live. So here I am going live. I'll tell you what she's working on if you'll promise not to tell. You promise? You'll have to pinky promise, okay? So she's making a new intro. Now, don't get excited. I know that you all still like the other one. I do too. But she's making one for Christmas that she wants to play on the 12 days before Christmas. So she's trying to hurry, but she's kind of forgot how to do it. And she was right. She did pretty good when she wrote the lyrics to the song that plays now, but it was not good when she was doing the new one. Mm-mm. So when she would ask me, "How does this sound?" I would do this. Mhm. After a couple of those, she kind of got a little angry, and she said that she was going to have to break into something a little stronger than her regular coffee. And so I don't know if she's really sleeping in there or if she's still trying to make a song. But anyway, well, I'm going to check in with the chat because I've never got to do that before. And then we're going to get started. So Julia O'Connor, er, I said O'Connor, just like Susie did the other day. That's because we had a friend in high school that their last name was O'Connor, but it's Julia O'Connell. And we know that. We always say Julia O'Connell till we get live, and then I guess we just, you know, forget what we're doing. Marilee's here. Ben Baconvitz is here. He's a cutie, isn't he, y'all? Hmm. A little bit full of himself sometimes. And Carnosol is here. Hello. And did I say Marilee? Because Marilee is here too. Rocking it out for live. You'll be popping in and out. Well, that's fine. That's how my brain works too. It just kind of pops in and out. Sometimes I know what I'm doing, and sometimes not at all. Jersey Jan is here. Okay. Marilee promised. Okay, good. So, did y'all notice that Julia O'Connell is a mod? Yeah. Oh, Ben's brain is 100% optional. Hmm. I don't know. Sister Mary Frances said she didn't think I even had half a brain. That was pretty hurtful. I thought I had a whole brain, but I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But let's get started. Okay, so she made me notes because she said that if I didn't have notes, that I would just. Oh my word! Did y'all hear that crash? I sure hope he didn't break anything. Susie made chili and cornbread, and Mark's in there supposed to be looking in on the cornbread because it's still in the oven. That was a big crash. It might already be crumbled up. He doesn't even have to crumble it before he puts it in his chili. Oh well. Anyway, tonight we are talking about Santa's internet naughty list. Now I know where your mind went because mine went there too, but she told me to hush it and that was not this show, that we wasn't going to talk about certain people, if you know who I mean. You know, they whose names shall not be mentioned. Anyway, but as Santa's lead elf, that's me, it would be unethical for me to mention names. That's what Susie said anyway. So if I say anything that sounds familiar and like that it's leading you to think about a certain someone whose name I shall not mention, that's completely intended. I mean, unintended. Yeah, unintended. But anyway, but I mean, if y'all want to mention names, I can't tell you what to do. This isn't a cult. So, anyway, what did she say I'm supposed to talk about next? Ugh. Okay. So, did any of y'all see the thumbnail that we made up? Wasn't that cute? I bet some of y'all was getting nervous, wondering if you were on the naughty list. But honestly, there's only one of you that's in serious peril as far as being on the naughty list. Mhm. And that is, oh, I'm not supposed to name names. Hmm. Well, let's just say he hates disco. Does that tell you who's in peril? Y'all, I truly do believe that the internet is a gift straight from Jesus. And but you know that even a gift from Jesus can manage to get messed up by people. And just think about the Garden of Eden. I mean, it was the Garden of Eden. And it only took two people to mess that up. And I know everybody's gonna blame Eve, but I think that Adam was in on it too. He just gets to blame Eve for everything, which is what happens a lot. That's why I'm not married. Well, except for, I mean, to the church. So, anyway, y'all, we all know that there are minor internet annoyances. And Santa, he usually just laughs it off when people kind of act silly and he just gives it like an eye roll and a big old ho ho ho. But these naughty points, they start adding up, y'all. And after a while, Santa's got to start paying attention. So, anyway, let's start with some of the simple ones. Just, the average everyday annoyances that we run into on the internet, like rage baiters. Now, you know that they're only posting stuff to piss you off, right? And start drama. That's all that is. These rage baiters that go on there and they you know, just say stuff to make you mad. They're just attention seekers. And I don't know. I told Santa, I said, I think you're going to have to start handing out at least one lump of coal to some of these people and get their attention just a little bit because it's getting a little bit annoying. You can't even hardly go on Facebook anymore without running into some kind of lunacy. So, anyway, somebody that really, really gets to Santa is those fake apology people. Like Mila and Ashton, that, they were apologizing ish, about supporting Danny Masterson. And you all know what Danny Masterson did, right? And anyway, so they're like apologizing for defending him while actually still defending him. But I think they were just sorry that people was like, you know, trying to cancel him. And it seems like that's going to go even bigger because I'm waiting on the Diddy apology because it's coming. So, anyway, but another thing that really annoys old Santa are those posts that say, "Sorry in advance if this pisses anybody off, but this is my page, my rules, and my opinion." Yeah, those are almost always followed by some completely non factual, biased political tirade. I don't know. I usually just figure they heard it on talk radio. And I can tell you somebody that does it a lot. But I don't want to mention no names. But he might be Susie's brother. He does that a lot. So extra naughty points for those who get butt hurt if you post actual verifiable facts that disagree with his biased one or his biased ones. But I mean, you do it on your page, but still, he gets real butthurt over it. But your rules, your opinions, and you base yours in facts. Now, Yeah, the worst one of those at all, and maybe it's just me, but I take offense to it. I truly do. And that is the vague bookers. Now, do you know what a vague booker is? Well, a vague booker, that's somebody on Facebook and they ask for prayer, but they don't want to tell you who it's for or what it's for. And they kind of like make you feel guilty for wondering, like no questions now, but can you pray for a friend in need or for a situation that needs God's help? Well, I never know if I'm praying that the ice cream machine works at the McDonald's or world peace. So how am I supposed to pray for it? What kind of prayer do they want? I don't know. And then they never come back and say if prayers was answered or give some kind of an update like I was able to get an ice cream cone at the McDonald's. They never do that. It's weird. I don't know. Let's see what she's got down next. Yeah, I think they should get extra naughty points for not giving updates. That's just rude. I think it's just rude. Anyway, now that we have warmed up y'all's tempers, let's just dig into the deeper offenders. How's that? So let's see here. Number one, y'all didn't know that was just like the warm up, did you? Yeah, we're on to the good stuff now. So anyway, number one in the social media crimes are people who announce their huffy departure. Like this is an airport. You know, I'm like, well, have a nice life. Watch that last step. Wouldn't want you to fall on your ass. I mean, your face. Yeah. You can see why I'm always in trouble. I don't know. Sister Mary Frances said the other day, she had a talk with Sister Mary Frances and Sister Mary Margaret got together. And they had a little discussion. And they said I needed to go on an extended vacation. And so they sent me to Susie's house. They said that that I'm exactly what she deserves. I don't know what that meant. I don't know. She must have been good though, right? If she got me like I'm a little early Christmas present. So anyway, hmm. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I finally figured out what she said. The girl can't write, y'all. She writes in some kind of a I don't know what it is. It's not shorthand, but it's not longhand either. It's like some kind of in the middle thing that like some words are words and then there's symbols and then there's all these lines. I don't know. It's crazy. But anyway, so the next of the naughty list are longtime viewers who absolutely know that you do your research and that you check your facts and that you source anything that, really needs to be sourced and isn't just your opinion. Now, I'm talking about, you know, creators, like content creators that do that. So, anyway, but this one time they come up and they just demand to know what your sources are. Now, all right, Stan, they are listed on the screen and in the community post. Stan's a fake name, by the way, because I'm not going to shame folks today. I'm not going to stand. I'm not going to, mention names, that kind of thing. All right. So the second section of this little, you know, internet naughty list is creator and live stream nonsense, which I kind of think that she should have lumped that last one in with this because it had to do with creators. But I think she was kind of not so much talking about the creators being naughty as some of y'all in the audience. But I don't see any of those bad guys, those naughty people. I don't see any naughty people in the audience. They've all probably left already. So anyway, so we are not talking about creators who are clearly infected with a drama virus and spend hours a day hating anyone and everyone, especially if their name is Aaron. I mean, that could be anybody, right? So anyway, and we aren't talking about grifting, dry begging, con and many cult leaders. We're not talking about any of those kind of people. And in okay, so y'all, just to make it clear, when I say we, that's kind of the royal we, meaning me. I mean, y'all can talk about anyone that you want to, but I'm not going to talk about them. No, not going to. Not going to talk about anybody with any kind of virus that rhymes with fedora or any kind of, content creators that have fake names and, move to other countries, that kind of thing. No, not going to talk about them. Not gonna. So, but this is a cult, and 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 Susie's not the boss of y'all. So, I mean, she's kind of the boss of me while I'm here, but she's not the boss of y'all. So you can talk about whatever you want. But anyway, okay, back to the creators, the creator and live stream nonsense. Okay, how about people who join a live that's been like going on for like half an hour or more? Okay, and they say, "What did I miss?" Now, are we really supposed to go back and just redo the whole 30 minutes that we've just done because you were late? Or does it make more sense for you to just back up and watch it on 2 times the speed? Can you imagine Susie's voice at 2 times the speed? Lord, that would be funny. She might would talk almost normal if you sped her up a little. But anyway, so instead, what I'm kind of hoping that people will do is say, "Hey, y'all, I'm here, and I'm going to go back and start at the beginning, and I'll catch you in a little bit." Now, on some channels, all you missed is like 2/3 of the roll call. So you could probably just start right where you're at and let them finish with that roll call. But, you know, most of the time, just back up and watch it. Unless you don't want to watch that roll call. Anyway, how about there's also these other people, and there's little a-holes, y'all, that just show up, and if they think it's drama, right? Or they're just scrolling and they really don't have any interest in what the show's about, but they stick around just long enough to insult you, and disrupt the conversation and that kind of stuff. But if it's not drama, they usually just end up insulting you and then leaving. Like the other day, somebody told Susie, "You're not that special." I can imagine the stuff that was twirling around in her mind because it's like we're the same person. And I can honestly sometimes just read her thoughts. I really can. I don't know how that happens, but I guess because 'cause we've just been friends for so long. I think that's what it is. So, anyway, let's move in to the Internet Expertise Hall of Shame. So, those are the kind of people, remember, these are the ones that are making Santa irritated. If you can irritate Santa, that's just about as difficult to do as irritating Jesus. They're very forgiving people. You know, they just come from very kind and considerate people, and I think they're Southern. But boy, watch out when they get mad. Have you read the parts about Jesus flipping the tables over? Yeah. Mhm. Sounds like a Southern barbecue to me. But anyway, so another group of people that really get underneath Santa's beard are the overnight experts, y'all, that, watching one TikTok or one obviously biased news program. And, I mean, we all know one or more of those, right? But let's not be one, y'all. I mean, if we're gonna have an opinion, let's source it and look at more than one place, right? Yeah. Anyway, but the worst, the absolute worst, are people diagnosing others on the internet. How many times can someone say narcissistic in a 5-hour rant? I don't have the broad width to count those, but I've been told it's a lot. I don't know. I really don't know how somebody rants for 5 hours. I don't know. Beats me. So, yeah, apparently the actual thing they say is psychopathic, narcissistic, womanizing, abusing monster. Well, I don't know of anybody that fits. I don't. I don't know who they're hanging around with, but they need to they need to start with a better class of people. Like, I don't know. Maybe then they wouldn't be so angry and have to do those long 5-hour rants, y'all. So they get extra naughty points if the shoe fits. Yeah. By that I mean if the shoe fits the accusing creator. Yeah. It's one of those pot meat kettle situations. Mhm. But I almost forgot about the Facebook and YouTube law degrees. Oh, and medical degrees. We can't forget those. Oh, which could also talk about the ones that we or include the ones we just talked about, because those people that do those kind of rants for that long, they usually think that they're a doctor and a lawyer and a psychologist and all kinds of stuff all rolled up into one. Really, I just think they're troubled. I just think, well, I probably shouldn't say what I think, but you can probably imagine. But anyway, so these Facebook, YouTube law degrees and doctors, I don't know. That's not only annoying, it can get dangerous. What if people actually took their advice? Can you imagine? But Your Honor, this crazy woman was on a 5-hour rant and said that it would be fine if I did X, Y, and Z, right? Or, well, I don't need to take that medication, doctor, because this woman that did this, rant on YouTube, she said that all I needed to do was just go to counseling about it, and all my issues would just float away. I mean, hers haven't, but I don't know. I don't really know how to explain that, but I think y'all can kind of understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, yeah, Santa said that those kind of people, those internet lawyers and doctors, that they get the most on the naughty points, that they're the most likely to get a whole bag of coal, not just a chunk, like a whole bag. So, yeah, he did say though that they are equal to grifters and con men and wannabe cult leaders. That's what he said. Anyway, but to be honest, can y'all hear her snoring? I keep losing my train of thought because Poppy's snoring. Yeah. But anyway, so Santa said that those kind of people, the grifters, dry beggars, con men, and you know, wannabe con artists, that they have permanent residency on the naughty list. That they don't even need to look and see, that they're just going to stay there unless something drastic happens. And we all know that's probably not going to happen. Anyway, so now we are moving on to the online shopping sins. And this is particularly egregious. Now, I know Susie just talked about porch pirates, and I'll tell you what she told me. After she did that live, she says, I've got this idea. She wants to save all of Otis's dirty cat litter. Now, y'all would just have to know he's the sweetest little cat in the world, but whoa, he stinks. It would gag a maggot. She said the other day that he pooped and that Mark ran from the room. Ran. I wish I'd have seen that. But anyway, she wants to get all of his old dirty litter that she scoops all the time because she has those where it clumps. And she wants to get all of that and put it in a really nice Amazon box that looks new. And then she wants to sit it precariously on top of her mailbox because that's how her mail person delivers sometimes, especially if it's on a Saturday. And so, yeah, that's what she wants to do. But she said that she wasn't going to do it because all the fun in it would be watching them open it. And that, she can't obviously watch them open it. But yeah, that's what she wants to do. Mm-mm-mm. So, okay. Next are those folks who leave a 1-star rating or review because their delivery was late. Now, y'all, I know that it's annoying when it takes longer for things to deliver than it should, but honestly, once they pack it up and send it off in the mail or FedEx or UPS or whatever, it's kind of out of their hands. Now, I understand letting them know that it was late so that they can then, maybe get on to the carrier. But it's just kind of heartless to leave a bad review when you might actually love whatever it was that you've bought. It was just the method of delivery was not very good. Or how about people that make bad reviews to a restaurant that they've never been to? Just like, I don't know, just like somebody that they know got mad at somebody in that restaurant. So then all their friends just start giving bad reviews online. And none of them have actually been there. I'm sorry, but when people do that, they need Jesus. They need Jesus, y'all. They need Jesus a lot more than they need Santa Claus, if you ask me. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know. Sounds like some pesky old wannabe cult leaders to me, getting their little followers to do the dirty work for them. And then they can say, I didn't do anything. Yeah, sure. Anyway. Or how about those people that get all twisted? I mean twisted because their Christmas holiday shopping took 3 days to deliver instead of 2. Oh, man. Now, y'all, that would be Susie's daughter. She would get really mad because she's a procrastinator. And so she is probably really upset whenever it takes longer to deliver because it might not make it in time for Christmas. Yeah, I think procrastination runs in her family. Now, let's see. What are the holiday specific naughty behaviors in addition to procrastination? You know, my nose is itching. I think I'm allergic to this bulldog's farts. How about, hmm, posting Christmas is canceled because of some catastrophe that has occurred in your life. And I'm being very sarcastic and facetious whenever I say catastrophe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you broke a fingernail. I know one time Susie broke a fingernail, and I literally heard her tell Mark that she felt fat and white. It was in the summer, y'all. And she was very tan, but she told Mark, she said, I feel fat and white. Yeah, because she broke a fingernail. Well, he loaded her up and he took her over there and had that fingernail fixed. That was back when she wore fake fingernails all the time. I mean, I guess that taught her a lesson, huh? Mm-hmm. Anyway, how about gift shamers? You know those people says, I would never spend that much money on a child. They're just going to outgrow that. Or forget about it in a week, right? Well, I didn't ask you to buy them that gift. I did. So, like, get you some of that, right? Seems like something Susie would say. Or like if they say things like, oh, a homemade gift. How quaint. I am like, excuse me? Everything is made by somebody, right? Just maybe not in your home. Or how about the Grinch that reminds us constantly that Christmas has just turned into a commercial holiday? Well, maybe that's true for you, but not everybody just thinks of it as a commercial holiday. I mean, I guess it's just to each his own, right? Just to each his own. Or how about this one really just gets to me? How about people that microwave fish in a common area? Now, I know what you're thinking. That don't have anything to do with Christmas, but it just irritates me to no end. Sister Mary Margaret, she loves fish. And we have to eat fish on Fridays. But then never fails. On Saturday, she goes in there and she microwaves whatever's left to have lunch. And oh, it just reeks. I don't know. It'd be like opening a can of sardines on an airplane. It's just rude, y'all. Read the room. Bring some air freshener. Eat it cold. I don't know. But I think they deserve to be a lifetime distinction on the naughty list, even if it doesn't have anything to do with Christmas. Now, we're almost done, but I wanted to just list a few petty little stocking stuffers. So, how about people that talk on the speakerphone in public. Yeah. And they never talk quietly. It's like they think that they still have to yell into the phone. Like, just put just put it there. Like, it's speak into the speaker. And I just am like, we need to get you we need to get you some earbuds so that, you can put that in your ear, and at least then all we have to hear is your side of the conversation that is yelling. Because I'm telling you, the worst thing that ever happens is whenever Sister Mary Margaret and Sister Mary Frances get on the phones together, and you literally, no matter which one that you're near, you hear them yelling into the phone, but then you hear the other one yelling out of the phone, and they think I'm dumb. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that you don't have to put it to your ear. Don't put it on speaker. Put it up here and listen. Just put it up here and listen. I don't know. Or how about those people that they eat on Zoom calls? Just crunching some popcorn and they're just talking, you know. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not into this. I'm not into that. And Jesus, bless your heart, I want him to bless your heart, but you're going to see him a lot sooner if you don't quit that chewing while I'm trying to talk to you about something important. Or how about people that reply K, just K, to your long email or text? Like if you're sorting out holiday plans and who's going to bring what and what time you're going to have dinner, and who needs what and all this stuff, and it's a long thing, and then okay, that would also be Susie's daughter. You should hear Susie. Ooh, she has a very colorful vocabulary. And some of y'all are going to need a New Year's intervention, because I'm telling you, Santa, he sees it all. I don't know how they do it, but him and Jesus and God, I don't know, they could see it all. It don't matter. It don't matter what you're doing or where you're doing it at. I don't know how they have time. I don't have time to keep up with myself, much less, a couple 100 million people. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. But y'all, before we go, I want to tell you what puts most of y'all on the good list, on the nice list, because we don't want to end with all that negativity. So we've got, I think, 12 things, and I'm just going to go real fast. Number one, creators who use their platform to help and not harm. Yep. Number two, checking facts before posting them, even if they don't match your opinion. Number three, disagreeing without being cruel or calling someone names. Hmm. Susie has a hard time with that one. Number four, protecting children, victims, and vulnerable people. Number five, crediting creators instead of stealing content or accusing them of stealing yours. Number six, call out real, legit bad behavior without dogpiling. That just means you could call out when somebody does something that's pretty, you know, not okay. But we just don't need to just like a mob scene, and you don't send all of your people, all your friends and viewers. Just don't send everybody after them just because you had a little ruckus over something. Apologize when you're wrong and say sorry and mean it. That's number 7. Number 8, don't dox, threaten, or harass, or try to ruin lives, take away children, or sell somebody's house. Yep, I'm not going to say any names, but there's one person that did all of that. He was like, I think she did all that before breakfast. Yeah, it's crazy. Can you actually imagine listing somebody else's house for sale or being so evil that you try to have a good parent's children taken away from them? Yep. Mhm. I don't know. Number 9 is support mental health and boundaries, but also be accountable for your own mental health and boundaries because creators can't avoid every subject that might trigger someone or they just wouldn't ever talk about anything. Because, I mean, even Santa Claus triggers some people. Yeah. Who would think that? But it's the truth. Number 10, lift others up, not tear them down. But be honest and don't reward bad behavior. So that just means, you lift them up. You don't go about and try to kick the legs out from under them. But if they're being little shits, don't act like they're not being little shits because they need to learn to be accountable. Number 11, know when to log off and touch grass. Y'all would be surprised just how soothing it is to just, I mean, when it's not a negative 20 degrees, but if it is decent weather, just to walk outside in your bare feet and just walk in the grass. Now out here, I'm not going to kid you, we have to watch for those damn stickers, those cockaburs. They will get you. Awful. But yeah, barring cold temperatures and cockaburs, just walk in the grass a little bit. And I mean, if it's really bad, fake grass would be even worse. I mean, just something that looks like grass. Yeah. And number 12, remember that those are human beings behind the scenes and on that screen and in those chats. Absolutely. So just be kind. You don't have to kiss people's ass, but you don't have to kick it either. That should be on a t-shirt. You don't have to kiss people's ass, but you don't have to kick it either. I'm going to tell her she needs to make that one. I think it would be good. Now, I'm going to go, and it looks like that Mr. John has popped in here and starred a few comments. So I'm going to check those. And then I'm just going to see if there's any that he's missed. So hold on just a minute because I've never done this before. Well, hello, Marilee. She says, hi, Sister Mary. It's good to see you. It's good to see you too. I can't really see you. You know that, right? I can't see you, but you could see me. That's right. Okay. Marilee says, Sister Mary, some people do more with a half a brain than others with an entire brain. I agree. I agree. I truly do. That's because I said that Sister Mary Frances said I only had half a brain. Mm-hmm. Looky here. Jersey Jan has still got her wrench. I know it has just made Susie so frustrated, y'all. She has said some very interesting words. I don't know. I walked in the other day when she was trying to get that wrench back, and I was like, that's okay. I'm just gonna back on out of here and go play with the dog. Whoops. I'm not very good at this, apparently. But that's okay, 'cause Susie's not either. B says, I've been so dang good this year. I get all the gifts. Thank you all for being naughty. Sounds like B's a little full of herself. hmm hmm I mean, maybe she has been that good. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm gonna have to go see if I can look and see her name on that naughty or nice list. Oh, yeah. Eat More Pizza says sometimes I make up my facts for entertainment purposes only. Hmm. Well, that sounds like fun. I could think of a few facts that I would like to make up, but I don't know. Where I live, the sisters, the Marys, which I'm a Mary too, but anyway, the cranky Marys, they don't have very much of a entertainment kind of personality. Nothing seems to really ever entertain them. Oh, not enough pineapple on pizza? I don't know about that one. I like pineapple, but I don't really like my pineapple cooked. So, oh, healing through song. Oh, that's John. Yes, sister is without glasses. Praise the Lord. I don't know if you were here whenever I explained that. Yeah, whenever Susie had her eyes fixed, I had my eyes fixed too. And they gave us a 2 for 1. At least that's what we told Mark. But really, they charged us both. But we told him that it was a 2 for 1, and he just wrote the check. So Mark actually paid for my eyes. Yeah. He asked me a while ago, he said, "Where's your glasses, sister?" And I said, "I can't find them. I don't know where they're at." And he says, "Well, I think I saw them in there on the desk." And I said, well, it'll be okay, cause well, Susie wrote real big, and I think I've got it memorized. But he looked at me like he thought I was full of it. But anyway, I said, he knows I got my eyes fixed, but I think he's getting senile. I think he is. Susie said that whenever they went somewhere the other day, he said, "Did you forget your glasses?" And she's like, "Did you forget I had surgery?" So, yeah, he's getting old, y'all. hmm He's getting old. I mean, he's like 9 years older than Susie, which makes him about, oh, I don't know, 15 or 16 years older than me, because I'm so much younger than Susie. Eat More Pizza says, naughty people make me look better. Just saying. I never thought of it that way. I'm going to start hanging out with more naughty people. That way I look extra good. Whoops. Now, I'm going to look down through here and see what else people are saying. Susie said I had to be done by an hour, so I've got just a couple minutes left. Oh, so Marilee says, well, the procrastination rule is don't do today what you can put off until tomorrow. Well, that makes perfect sense. I kind of like that. I'm going to write that down. And I think I'm going to try it the next time that one of the sisters gets on to me for not doing something that they think I should have already had done. Now, Eat More Pizza. I don't believe this for a minute that you're a super Grinch. I don't think so, because Susie thinks that you're really sweet. She says that all the time. He's so nice. I just love him. He's so sweet. She says, I just get a cavity every time he comes into the chat. That's what she said. Why can I not click on that? Oh, well, we're gonna leave it because I can't get it to go away. Okay. Mm-hmm. To not acknowledge a cashier helping you is, in my opinion, quite rude. Oh, it is. You can tell a lot about somebody by how they treat people like cashiers or waitresses and waiters and stuff like that. You can really just tell a lot. And a lot of times it's not good. Oh, I see a bunch of y'all. Look at Marilee and B being little smart Alex putting the K's in there. Mm-hmm. Now see, yes, I agree with this one. It is very naughty to not hit the like and subscribe buttons. Absolutely. Let's see here. Incarnasoul says avoiding disco. What's this one? Sometimes I make up my. Oh, I saw that one already. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Not having a properly balanced Bloody Mary. I don't like Bloody Marys because I don't like tomatoes, but I like a good something called a painkiller. That's my favorite. Oh, John is saying burr. I believe it is pretty cold up there. Oh, yeah. Touch snow. I get that. I would probably freeze to death if I walked out there barefoot in the snow, though. Oh, yeah, or something called grass. I know what you're talking about. Hmm. Yes. Julia says to take time for yourselves. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, I better get off of there. Can you hear that clock dinging? That's Susie's clock. And she said, if you hear that clock dinging and you're still talking, you're going to be in all kinds of trouble. So I don't want to catch you still talking whenever that clock goes off.
Hope you enjoyed the show, so glad you were here. We meet here most days, we're but first coffee and you're welcome here. We talk about hard subjects, but we also laugh a lot. If you have a loss or win, we will cheer for you. We're but first coffee and you are safe here. So hit those like and subscribe buttons, notifications set to all. You don't want to miss a show, because this is your home to y'all. So hit those like and subscribe buttons, notifications set to all. You don't wanna miss a show, because this is your home to y'all. So hit those like and subscribe buttons, notifications set